As of today, the Memphis Police Department's Homicide Bureau has received 33 homicide cases. Of those 33 cases, 23 have been solved. 11 arrests have been made and 2 warrants have been issued for suspects who remain at large. It is important to point out that 20 suspects were known to their victim. Either they were friends, family members, or acquaintances. 5 of these homicides are believed to be gang-related. By saying gang-related, I mean the suspect, victim, or both are known gang members and the homicide occurred during some type of gang activity. Due to these cases being ongoing investigations, I cannot provide any additional details. 6 of these homicides are domestic violence related. 6 involve juveniles, 4 are victims, 2 are suspects. 29 of these homicides were committed using a firearm. In 2015, year to date, we experienced 19 homicides. Last year's total homicides were 161. 125 were solved. 24 of those homicides were found to be gang related. 26 were domestic violence related. 21 involved juveniles. 13 victims and 8 suspects. 137 were committed using a firearm. Although homicide is the most serious crime that can be committed and one that has a negative reflection on our city, it is the most difficult crime to predict. Relying on statistical data as it relates to homicides simply does not work. There is no statistical data that would alert us when someone has made the decision to commit murder. The Memphis Police Department cannot combat this problem alone. We must work in conjunction with the citizens in our community. As I mentioned above, over half of our homicides occurred among victims and suspects who knew each other. This leads us to believe that we as a society are doing something wrong. The lack of communication among our citizens, the affiliation with gang ties, guns in the wrong hands, and the lack of desire to solve problems without violence is literally killing us. We can do our part by placing officers in the area that we have identified as potential high crime locations. We can increase our community outreach efforts. And we can also work hard to identify and arrest those individuals who choose to violate the law. But again, we cannot do this without the community's help. I challenge everyone to step up. If you see something, by all means, say something. If you see an altercation occurring, call the police. If you see anything or someone that seems suspicious in your neighborhood, call the police. If you have information concerning a crime that is about to take place, or you know something that is about to happen, call the police. Citizens must use their voice. Call Crime Stoppers if you want to remain anonymous. You will be provided with a number and no one will ever know your true identity. Any small detail, however small you may think it is, can make a difference, not only when speaking of homicides, but in regards to any crime. Again, we must work together.